Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA Cardano. The price continues to move in an overall sideways range here. We haven't seen any major or decisive price action in the last few days. Actually, not really in the last few weeks, because the market has been moving in a range which is getting actually tighter and tighter. Maybe before we dive a little bit further into the micro price action, let's take a look at the long-term chart, or the larger time frame at least. Here, what we can see is that this structure, or how this structure integrates into the overall larger time frame, bigger picture. So you can see at the moment that this is likely a fourth wave that's still unfolding as potentially a triangle. We just talked about that on the smaller time frame. I'm going to move over back to the 1 hour chart in a minute, but yeah, I see this as a fourth wave sideways correction, consolidation as part of a larger C wave to the upside, which after one more high, which might reach this area between like $1, 72 to 295, could form a major top. Okay, so this is simply consolidation. So at the moment, nothing too decisive or exciting happening here. The 64-cent level remains the key support level, so it's very consistent with previous updates over the last few weeks and actually months, because we've been in this range now since early December. So yeah, nearly 2 months. So we are not witnessing any major impulsive price action yet. There's nothing that would tell us that the price is ready to leave the support area to the upside. It could happen soon, but it's not happened yet. So at the moment, we're simply watching the consolidation. It's not bearish price action. The pullbacks have been corrective, and we're still holding above support. Now let's take a look at the smaller time frame in detail. Now in the yellow scenario, which is this triangle pattern I'm tracking primarily, we have an A wave, we have a B wave, we have a C wave, and the triangle needs 5 waves, so we need another D E pattern. So the D wave would form a lower high, and the E wave would form a higher low before we then see a move up. And this means we might see a bit more sideways consolidation, yeah, with a little bit of up and down movement over the coming sessions. Maybe even a couple of weeks or so before then the wave 4 completes. That's at least the bullish thesis. Now, is an earlier breakout to the upside possible? Yes, it's just important to understand how we can recognize it. Would a break above the trend line be sufficient? In my opinion, not. I think we need a break above what I've labeled yellow wave B, because this is the level located here at $1.17, and a break above this level is important in order to unlock prices in the $1.42 to $1.72 range next. It will tell me that the triangle is not playing out. It would actually be invalidation of the triangle, which is why the green line is located there. It is a very important key level. In a short-term bearish scenario, if the triangle is invalidated by, for example, a break below the 85-cent level, the price will likely form a larger wave 4. At the moment, the idea is, yeah, the wave 4 is large, it's still unfolding, but as a triangle. In the white scenario, it's a normal flat correction where the market might just test the lower support area, again, between 64 and 76 cents. So if we zoom in a little bit further, you can see that the market is currently consolidating between support and resistance. This is the resistance area we talked about in the last few days, $1.97. And I highlighted to you that only really a break above $1 would clearly tell us that the D wave is unfolding, or at least reduce the likelihood for the white count. I mean, the yellow count is the preferred interpretation, so I'm tracking that at the moment as an ABC structure in wave D. There is a micro support zone between 88 cents and 93 cents, and only a break below it would indicate that the yellow count is getting a little bit less likely, which would need to be confirmed further with a break below that previous low there at around 85.5 cents. Yeah? So this is overall sideways consolidation. Unfortunately, nothing that is really noteworthy at the moment. This is just consolidation. Certainly no 5-wave move to the upside. And I expect the price to go higher in the D wave, yes. But first of all, we need to see if it can hold support here, break above the $1 level, and then we can think about, okay, what would be a reasonable target for the D wave? I mean, let's talk about it. What we can do, we take the length of the B wave, and then we go to the low of the C wave, and that gives us an ideal target for the D wave. So what we'll do, we'll activate the 61.8 retracement. It's just a very common target for such an and the 50%. It's just a very common target. So we'll see if the price gets there. $1.05 to $1.11. Not super reliable, but it's something to watch. You know, it's just all back-to-back corrective price action, which makes it that, you know, which requires us to be very flexible. That's the update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.